another episode of Mysteries and Histories. I'm your host, Julie Nash.
And I'm your other host, Vineel.
And today we will be exploring the 1936 Berlin Olympic Games. Today we will be talking about the 1936 Berlin Olympics, or should I say Hitler's Olympics. What caused them, and what effects did they have on our history?
In today's episode, we're going to be covering how effective propaganda was in the 1936 Berlin Olympics. Let's go.
German sport has only one task: to strengthen the character of the German people, imbuing it with the fighting spirit and steadfast camaraderie necessary in the struggle for its existence. Joseph Goebbels, Minister of Propaganda, April 23, 1933.
These Olympic Games from his own way of nationalism, and the Games were first awarded to Germany in 1931. Hitler was very against it, but soon he learned that he could use these games to promote fascism and the Third Reich.
Famous author George Orwell once said, "Sport at the international level is frankly mimic warfare." Hitler hoped to dominate Europe in both the Olympics and the battleground. In my schools, a youth will be raised from whom the world will shriek in fear. There must be nothing soft about them. The free and noble gaze of the beast of prey must once again flash in their eyes. I want my youth to be beautiful and strong. They must be trained in all manner of physical education. I want an athletic youth. Adolf Hitler, 1933.
Were very important to the Third Reich as it showed people self-discipline, courage, and sacrifice.
Hitler used sports to prove and show that Nazism and the Aryan race was supreme. The 1936 Olympics greatly helped prove and show this to the people of Germany, with Germany winning the most medals in the Olympics. This use of propaganda to promote the Aryans against Jews, Gypsies, and other unworthy Europeans such as Czechs led to World War II.
The Olympics were basically a giant propaganda machine. Almost everything was staged and rehearsed. Nazi athletes broke many records, and that excited the public.
In the Nazi Olympic Games, at first, Jews weren't allowed, but then the first half-Jewish fencer named Helene Mayers made it onto the national German team. But other than that, there were numerous amounts of world record-breaking and record-holding athletes that weren't allowed on the German national team because of their Jewish ancestry.
Gretel Bergmann was a great high jumper who held many records, but because she was Jewish, she was banned from her athletic club and the German national team. She had to join a Jewish athletic club, which was far less superior than the German clubs. 13 Jewish athletes won medals in the 1936 Berlin Olympics, yet only one was from Germany. There was even controversy regarding anti-Semitism from the American side. In the 4x100 relay for men, two Jewish athletes, Marty Glickman and Sam Stoller, were benched in favor of Jesse Owens and Ralph Metcalfe. Officials in the Olympics openly showed hatred to and favor against Jewish athletes, especially in individual events such as fencing, where points were kept and called by a referee. It was harder to discriminate against Jewish athletes in team events such as basketball.
Heavy Gypsy criticism during this time period. The public didn't realize, but all the anti-Jewish and Gypsy campaigns were taken down from the Nazi regime during this time period to show that they were a peaceful country. But they weren't aware that the Gypsies were being targeted by the Nazis. July 16, 1936, over 800 Gypsies were arrested and put into a camp outside of Berlin.
Censorship of the press was critical in the Nazi use of the Olympics as propaganda. The Nazi government specifically told the German press not to publish much about the Jewish and non-white athletes competing in the Olympics. This meant not reporting as much about as Jesse Owens or any other Jewish athlete that may have won medals. The Reich Chamber, which controlled all of the newspapers and media, issued these statements during the 1936 Berlin Olympics. German newspapers will print, at their own risk, reports from the Olympics released prior to the official press report. No comment should be made regarding Helene Mayer's non-Aryan ancestry or her expectations for a gold medal at the Olympics.
The 1936 Berlin Olympic Games had a really significant impact on today's modern European history. The Nazis used a heavy amount of propaganda to make sure that the people and the citizens followed their ideals.
In this time was very effective because not only did they get rid of Jews and Gypsies, but they also had the Nazification of sports. Joining us on the special edition of Mysteries and Histories featuring the 1936 Berlin Games.
We'll see you next episode where we'll cover another mystery in history.
I'm Julie Nash.
And I'm Vineel.